my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh.
Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme for today's video is potatoes. We have 5 potato dishes from 5 countries. They're all delicious, so let's get started.
Hi, I'm Reyzl. I live in New York City. I am Ashkenazi Jewish. My family came to the United States around 1900 from Eastern European countries, including Russia, Poland, Belarus, and Ukraine. The dish I want to tell you about today is potato kugel. A kugel is a baked or steamed pudding, either sweet or savory, that has a starch base, eggs, and fat. Kugels actually date back to the Middle Ages, and the word comes from the Middle High German word for ball because that was the original shape of the dish. Once potatoes were introduced into Eastern Europe and became popular in the 19th century, potatoes were quickly adapted as a base for kugel. Potato kugels were commonly eaten on the Sabbath or Jewish holidays. There's actually an old Yiddish song that says, Sunday and Monday potatoes, Tuesday, Wednesday potatoes, Thursday, Friday potatoes, but on Saturday, the Sabbath, for a change, a potato kugel. Potato kugel is so delicious. Imagine the crispiest, creamiest, most savory potato pancake you've ever had, oniony, salty, like a little oily in a good way, and imagine that it's the size of a casserole. That is potato kugel. Ashkenazi cooking really is a cuisine that comes out of poverty, and it really is a cuisine that has to do with making the most with what you have. I really love how it sort of demonstrates human ingenuity and creativity. You can just take, just these basic ingredients of pretty much just potatoes and onions and like maybe a little bit of flour and eggs, and you can produce so many different delicious dishes. You can make latkes, you can make knishes, and of course you can make potato kugel. I hope you'll give potato kugel a try. It's so simple to make and so satisfying. It's delicious, hot, fresh from the oven, and it's also really good, like you eat it out of the fridge as a midnight snack. I hope you enjoy.
My potato kugel looks delicious. I have actually only ever had Luxon kugel, which is more of a noodle dish. This was incredibly easy and, to be honest, seems just like one large latke, which is a good thing. Yum. I kind of feel like this needs some ketchup. Hold on. Alley-oop. Yum. I'm getting a lot of black pepper flavor out of this, which I think is quite enjoyable. I don't eat that many dishes where black pepper is the main kind of spice, so that's different. I like the story of the old Yiddish song, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, potatoes, but on Saturday, potato kugel. Classic. With the holidays coming up, I feel like this potato kugel could be a really cool addition or replacement to something that you would make for a large group of people. It's simple. Everybody likes potatoes. I feel like I need a third thing. Oh. And it keeps really well. Whew, I got there. So if you have leftovers, it's great as leftovers. Okay, next potato dish. Before we get to the next dish, let's treat ourselves to some Japanese goodies from Boksu.
Boksu is a Japanese snack subscription box. Each month, they curate a box with Japanese snacks from all across Japan. Each box is packed full of tons of different snacks, from sweet to savory. They even include teas. And to help you understand what you're eating, Boksu will also send you a book that includes all the information about all the foods in the box. One of the nice things about Boksu is that they work with independent family-run companies, so you're gonna end up with snacks that you may have never seen or tried before. Every month, the box is structured around a different theme, but the first box that you will get is their Seasons of Japan box, and that's just a general tasting of everything. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go with sweet. So squishy. Sweet, but not too sweet, and it's really soft. I've worked with Boksu for a while now. I love this snack box. I think it definitely would make an amazing gift for the holiday season. If you're interested, you can use my code BERYL15 and that will give you $15 off your first box. Even without the sponsor, I would say I do love boksu. Let's get back to the dishes. I'm just gonna have one more.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren and I live outside of Philadelphia in the United States. The dish that I want to share is called Lefse. Lefse is a Norwegian flatbread made of mashed potatoes and flour. It kind of looks like a tortilla. We eat it around Christmas time. You will spread one side with butter, sprinkle sugar, and roll it up. It is fluffy and delicious. It holds a lot of memories for me. We eat it, like I said, around Christmas time, and it's something that the whole family gets involved in. It can get pretty silly. There's throwing flour and singing songs. My daughter even loves to make lefse. She likes the process. She doesn't really like the lefse, but she likes the process of it. And my mother's side of the family is from Norway. My mother learned from her aunt, and she taught me and my sister. And I'll teach my daughter. We'll see how that goes. Every now and then you'll find somebody who's heard of lefse, and a kind of like light shines in their eyes with recognition, and they have all these great memories of Lefse too, and now we have this shared bond of instant connection because of this dish. I suggest you try it. It's delicious, comforting. You know, who doesn't love Christmas carbs? And I hope everyone enjoys. Thanks so much.
I was a little bit intimidated to make this dish, but I feel like it looks really good. The dough ended up being super easy to work with, and I know that some people might come at me in the comments because, yes, I used a tortilla press instead of using a rolling pin, but it worked, and it was way easier. So, there's a little brown sugar on this. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter. Yum. Oh yeah. The little bit of sugar is really nice, the little bit of butter. The dough is really fluffy. Very unexpected. It does taste potatoey, but it also doesn't taste so potatoey that you feel like you're eating like a mashed potato. It just kind of tastes like, well, I don't know, but it tastes really good. While I was watching videos online about how to make this, I stumbled across a video with a couple named Raleigh and Olga, and you need to see this clip.
And a pinch of Norwegian love.
Raleigh, you get me flustered.
The other part of the video that I liked most was they were like, okay, we're gonna teach you how to make lefse, so just grab your lefse stick. I guess I just kind of feel like if you're on YouTube trying to learn how to make lefse, odds are you don't have a lefse stick. I just use the old fingertip method that my mother-in-law taught me because these kind of felt very similar to making roti. I think that you could use these for any number of things. They can go sweet, they could go savory. You can use leftover mashed potatoes, so like half of the work is going to be done already. I just found the dough to be very forgiving, very simple. Overall, this was an easy dish to make, and I was intimidated by it. But maybe it was because Raleigh and Olga really got me through the learning process.
Ufta. This is good lefse.
Oh, I love them.
Hey, my name is Srija and I currently live in Pune, which is a city located in Maharashtra, India. So the potato dish that I want to talk about is called as Aloo Paratha. So Aloo basically means potato, and paratha is basically a flatbread which is originated in South Asia, and it can have various other pronunciations like parotha or parantha, and basically it just means that parantha in which you stuff any particular mixture of vegetables or even chicken along with some good load of spices. I like aloo paratha because of the spiciness of the potato mixture and how it is pretty easy to eat, although it's pretty difficult also to make because I've tried making it myself and let's just say I've not done a good job. I still remember the first time I ate my aloo paratha at Delhi, which is another city, and I can not forget that taste. It's usually eaten either as a heavy breakfast dish or as a heavy dinner dish, not as lunch mostly. If at all you want to make variations, you can obviously, instead of aloo, you can use cauliflower, or you can use paneer or even chicken for that case. And usually it's served along with dahi, which is curd, and pickle, mostly mango or lemon. And although I'm not a big fan of pickles, my brother, he loves aloo paratha with pickle, mainly mango. I definitely think that people should try this dish, because I'm sure a lot of people are not aware that there's another dish in India called aloo paratha, apart from just the main popular dishes around the world like butter chicken and samosa and other things. So I really hope you guys try aloo paratha and enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.
Every so often, I surprise myself. I cannot believe that I made this. This is actually Rajat's favorite dish, and I've tried to make it once prior, a couple of years ago. Disaster. Did not work. But I felt like it was time to try again. I mean, the middle, there is potato all throughout it. God. I'm gonna have it first with some curd. So the Indian grocery store near my house sells these homemade but frozen, and I always buy them there. I feel like maybe they just lost a little customer, because I was able to make like 6 this round, and I was filming, and it still wasn't that difficult. A potato stuffed flatbread is just a thing of utter beauty. And the spicing on the potatoes, there was a lot of spices. You saw all that stuff going in. There is so much flavor that it's just an experience. Aloo paratha is just an experience. I'm gonna have some of this with my favorite pickle. This is called Lefse pickle. I don't know what this is. Is it a gooseberry? Maybe? If you know, will you leave it in the comments? It's my current favorite Indian pickle. I watched a few videos. One of them showed the paranthas puffing up, some of them didn't. I got a puff. You see that puff? It was a very satisfying moment. So I think that the trick to make this well is to start with more dough than you need. That way when you pull up the sides, you're not stretching it too thin. You can remove the excess dough, and that way when you roll it out, you won't have too many holes. Take that with a grain of salt, but that's how I found success. I was really intimidated by this dish, but I feel like I conquered something today. I'm excited for Rajat to taste it, and I'm gonna film his reaction, so let's watch.
Just taste it. Just eat it.
Really good. Really, really good.
It's a win! Okay, next dish.
Hi Beryl, my name is Michelle and I'm from Peru. Today I want to talk to you about papa a la Huancaína, which translates to potatoes the Huancaíno way. Huancayo is a city in the Peruvian Andes, and that's where the dish comes from. Huancaína is a sauce that is made with queso fresco, ají amarillo, which translates to yellow pepper, a very common and popular pepper in our dishes, and it also has soda crackers or saltines and some milk and spices. It's one of my favorite dishes. I really, really love the taste of ají amarillo. It's probably my favorite pepper in Peru. It's spicy, but not hot. This is really cliche, but it really tastes like a warm hug. Anytime I can eat Huancaína, I'm a really happy girl. So when you're gonna have potatoes with Huancaína sauce, the potato will tell everything about your dish. For example, if you eat it with mealy potatoes, you can mash the potatoes with the sauce and get almost like a porridge kind of deal. And if you choose waxed potatoes, you can have slices that are perfectly coated in sauce. The thickness of the sauce depends on you. Some people like it really runny, some people like it really chunky. I like it in the middle. Some of my best memories around Huancaína include my mom. I still enjoy my mom's Huancaína more than my Huancaína, but I don't think that's ever gonna change. I really want to share this dish because Peruvian food has become kind of mainstream. Now that it's kind of popular, a lot of people know about some dishes like ceviche, for example, which is, I think, our most famous dish. And I don't really see a lot of people talking about papa a la huancaína, and I think it's a really simple dish that I think a lot of people can really love. So I hope you will try this dish. Thank you. Bye.
I was very happy that we had a submission from Peru, Peru being the birthplace of potatoes. Did you know that there are over 4,000 varieties of potatoes from Peru? This dish was very interesting. Googling images of it, it has a very 1950s American food styling vibe. You see what I mean? But I think that I plated it pretty true to form. I'm very curious about what this is going to taste like. I really like this. It kind of has niçoise salad vibes. To be honest, I kind of feel like this dish is the story of a sauce, not so much the story of a potato. The potatoes are great in it, but this is all about this sauce. It's got the kind of cheesiness, creaminess. It's like an aioli that's been jacked up. It's absolutely delicious. It's got heat, but it's not super spicy. The olives are very interesting. They taste kind of like a Kalamata olive, but a lot meatier. I really, really like them. Ají amarillo is really interesting to me because it's kind of like sofrito in Puerto Rico, where you find it in so many dishes that it becomes an emblematic flavor of the cuisine. I'm leaving a link in the description if you're interested in buying it. I think Michelle was right. It's spicy, but it's not too spicy. It's got that right amount of heat that's when people talk about heat as flavor versus just incinerating your tongue. I'm thinking about the instant noodle episode from last week. We had some issues. I think I'm very surprised because visually it's not the most beautiful. It's a thick yellow sauce. Do you know what I mean? But the flavor. I think that I just, I got, I like it. This dish kind of makes me feel like a sauce episode could be kind of fun. Maybe? I don't know. Tell me what you think.
Hi Beryl, my name is Rhea and I was born and raised in Sydney, Australia, but my grandparents on both sides are from Croatia. The potato dish that I'd like to share with you all today is called Gombotz, or at least that's what my baka, my grandma, always used to call them. I think they have different names in different parts of Central Europe. Gombotz are basically potato dumplings. They're made with a dough made from mashed potato and flour, similar to a gnocchi, but the difference is that Gombotz are a filled dumpling. You basically shape the dough around something in the center. My baka always used pitted prunes or some apricot or plum jam as the filling for the gombotz. You then boil the dumplings, and then once they're cooked, you roll them in breadcrumbs that have been fried in butter. You then serve them with cream or maybe some extra jam, or you can just have them on their own. They're really delicious, and you basically eat them by scooping into them and making sure you get a little bit of that prune filling or the jam filling on the inside when you have a bite. They're the ultimate comfort dish. This is a really unique dish. Probably sounds like a weird combination, potatoes and prunes, but it's a really yummy combination. It's comforting, it's kind of rustic, it's very wonderful for a cold winter night. And the unique thing is that even though gombotz can be eaten as a dessert, in my family we always have them as dinner because they're a wonderful main course. They're really filling and they're kind of comforting and toasty and sweet and moorish. I'm really excited for people to try it because I feel like it's a very unexpected combination that people won't think will work, but then they'll eat it and be like, wow, this is actually so good.
This is a very intriguing dish, and one that I think was apt to finish on because I thought it was a dessert. But obviously Rhea explained that it could also be dinner. I did not have access to fresh plums. They're just not in season right now. I used dried prunes. This one is filled with a jam. Questionable. Prune and potato dumpling. Curious. The texture is nice. The combo is surprising. I'm not sure if this is like my all-time favorite combo, but There's a lot of texture going on here. The potato dough is a lot spongier than in the Lefse where the dough was like literally just like bread. This feels a lot more like sponge cake, but like way like thicker. Okay, I'm going for, oh, it kind of squirted out a little bit. Okay, well, at least the jam stayed in the middle. Ooh, I like this one more. Okay, I think I like the jam one more because with the dried prunes, like there's no liquid coming out. It's dried. And so when you kind of bite it in the middle, it's not like you don't have anything fresh. If you want to try to make this and you don't have access to plums, I would try to use any sort of fresh fruit that like is similar to a plum. Maybe a canned peach could work. I'm really riffing here and definitely probably like saying something wrong, but the jam is really nice. The jam was definitely a little bit more difficult to fold in, but I like this one. But also this feels like a dessert. Never did I ever think I would be eating a potato dumpling stuffed with jam covered in breadcrumbs that I boiled. The more I'm eating it, the more I'm liking it. Rhea, I think I was guilty definitely of kind of judging the combo like you said. Gave it a try. The prune didn't work for me, but the jam, I used the fig jam, it's working wonders. My final thoughts about this episode is that potatoes are just extraordinary. And if you don't believe me, try making one of these recipes. It'll probably change your mind. I hope you enjoyed the dishes today. Maybe we should do a sweet potato episode next. Let me know what you think. In the meantime, here's a video from the first potato episode I ever did. And here's another group video that you probably haven't seen in a very long time. I will see you all next week.